what is Mahashivratri? You need to understand this. There are certain… in India, there are 365 festivals in a year. So, some of them are social, a few of them may be religious, but hardly any religious ones. Some are all connected to the calendar. Almost every Indian festival is connected to the calendar, what's happening in the solar system. We want to do something which is conducive for what's happening that day in the rest of the solar system. Why this is important is because what you call as my body right now, what is human mechanism, has come out of this planet. Solar system is working like a potter's wheel to generate this. So everything that happens to the solar system happens to you in some way. So there is a very keen observation of what is happening in the solar system today. Accordingly, we have crafted one kind of celebration and we do those specific things. So on Mahashivratri night, on that day, which doesn't fall on the same calendar, the regular modern calendar date, on that day, there is a natural… because the planet's axis is not simply rotating like this, it is going like this. It is a wobble, there is a wobble to the planet always. Because of that wobble, it creates a certain kind of situation on the planet. So on that day, especially in the northern hemisphere or only in the northern hemisphere, there is a natural upsurge of energy. So on new moon day, full moon day, do you see that the very ocean is trying to rise? Well, over 2/3 of your body is water. What makes you think water inside the body won't rise? All the fluids in the body are also rising. You will see on full moon days and new moon days, people take extra care because those who are psychologically disturbed become far more disturbed. People think moon causes madness, that's why lunar and loony and all this stuff. Moon does not cause madness, it just pulls everything up. If you're a little crazy, it makes you more crazy. You're a little loving, it makes you more loving. You're a little meditative, it makes you more meditative. Whatever is your quality gets enhanced because it's kind of… there's an upsurge in the system. This particular day, after the solstice happens in December, 22nd of December is the winter solstice. After that, the planetary precession is such that there is a natural upsurge on that particular night in a very big way. If on that night, if you lie down, this means when the energies are trying to move like this, you're kind of obstructing it. It is not only that you lose the benefit, you could also harm yourself in a very sensitive way. All these things matter to you only when you want to be a full-fledged human being. When I say a full-fledged human being, you want every faculty that can be opened up in the human being, you want it to be opened. If you want to be a full-fledged human being, you want full scale, everything happening to you, you observe all these small changes that happen in the system and take care of that. So you want to sit straight, you want your spine to be erect on that night. When energies are moving upward, you want to help it further go up, not like this. So, we created what is called as jagaran, that means to stay alert and to stay erect. So, that night we have a celebration from evening 6 to morning 6, 12 hours non-stop, music, dance, meditation, various things being done so that everybody stays alert. Nearly 1 million people are in one place, but these numbers were exploding, so now we have large screens in over 130 cities across the country in southern India, so that people gather there and too many don't come here, but still it'll run into somewhere around 700 to 800,000 people in one place. And over 86 channels are telecasting it live. So how many millions of people are watching? We don't know. Last year they said it could be somewhere around 6 crore people could be watching. This time it's going to be much more. So it's grown that big because people find the benefit of what it is. You do one thing on that night, just sit alert. You don't like celebration, so you simply sit like this. So, you need to understand this. A human being needs celebration. If celebration has to happen in your life, you need some sense of playfulness, otherwise there's no celebration.
Worshipping Lord Shiva this day bestows one with happiness and prosperity. Fasting is recommended on this day because when you do not eat too much, you are capable of meditating, and this improves concentration and helps in fulfillment of desire as well. Shiv Tattva helps get even small wishes fulfilled effortlessly on this day. Expert says that on Mahashivratri, Shiv Tattva touches earth. Shiva is considered as the soul of everything. It means peace, beauty, infinity, and Ratri means taking shelter. So, the literal meaning of Mahashivratri is taking shelter in Shiva, or in other words, it is about celebrating and understanding Shiv Tattva within oneself. Married as well as unmarried women keep fast during the day of Mahashivratri and worship Lord Shiva. This is done to please Goddess Parvati, to bestow marital bliss and bless them of having a happy and long married life. Since Lord Shiva is considered as an ideal husband, unmarried girls observe fast on Mahashivratri and perform puja so that they get married to men like Lord Shiva. Keeping awake at night is symbolic of awareness and oneness of the purpose in which the spiritual aspirant has to achieve the goal. One cannot afford to slack even for a moment on such important night. The main purpose of keeping awake the whole night of Mahashivratri is not just to stay awake and make the night full of wakefulness. The main intention is to make the night a night of awakening for the aspirant. At the time of Samudra Manthan, a pot full of poison emerged from the ocean. The poison had the capability of destroying the entire world, and this terrified both gods and demons. Lord Shiva drank the poison and held it in his throat in order to save the world from its ill effects. Mahashivratri is celebrated to recall and rejoice the event by which Shiva saved the world. The whole night worship of Shiva has different stories. Once upon a time, there was a tribal man who was poor and also a devotee of Lord Shiva. During night, he climbed a tree and stood awake the entire night. To stay awake, he plucked leaves from the tree and along with enchanting the name of Lord Shiva, dropped them one by one on the ground. In the morning, he saw that he had dropped 1,000 leaves that night, and there was a shivling on which he had dropped them. Unknowingly, he worshipped Lord Shiva on that auspicious day of Mahashivratri, and for this he was rewarded with divine bliss. It is also believed that Goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva was married on this day and therefore known as Mahashivratri. Mahashivratri is also a day when sacred mantras are chanted. These mantras are said to bring big changes in the environment. It purifies the atmosphere, increases positivity, helps destroy bad karmas, and makes nature celebrate the occasion. Everything when done together on this auspicious day strengthens one's connection with the divine. So let's do all these things to receive the grace of Lord Shiva and make this Mahashivratri special.